Happy Awakening Monday with these beautiful energies in Scorpio. The deep waters, the deep dive, the deep understanding of our inner workings, our inner landscaping, our creative waters. Though you might feel that they are dark right now, and these waters are turning and whirling and swirling and creating a bit of upheaval for you. That's good, because with upheaval, things become uncovered. We're able to awaken to them, to recognize them, to acknowledge them, witness them, and allow them to surface. So they have the recognition and the acknowledgement they need for healing, alchemizing, right? So take time to place your hand on your heart and ask, what is it that I need to know, recognize? What does my inner child want to tell me right now? How can I allow my emotions to surface and to rise for the unfoldment of blossoming, right? And this is the card that I drew today from the Nighttime Dreamtime deck that Noelle Swanson and I created. But it says compassion, grace, blossom. And it's about having grace for ourselves, compassion for ourselves, compassion to see others in a journey that is uniquely their truth, their journey to them, and recognize yours is unique to you, and to have compassion for yourself and everything you're going through right now, and everything that you're finding yourself swimming through, navigating, walking upon this path. So having grace for yourself and having grace for others, right? And what's interesting, when I pulled this card, it has dragonflies and butterflies and roses on it. And to me, it has 3 roses, and the significance of 3, right? That Trinity, which, as we know, is both masculine and feminine. The roses is the chambered heart, the heart blossoming and unfolding. It's also unconditional love. It's, roses were the first flower created here on this earth plane, in this existence, by the angelic and fae and other beings, star beings of light. And so the rose is connected to rose lineage. It's connected to love, grace, beauty. Venus is connected to Earth. So many connections to the number 5, which we are also connected. Our human form, this physical form right now, is connected to 5. 1 head, 2 arms, 2 legs, right? To that regeneration, that connection to the 5-petaled original rose. So before I continue down that path and keep going, because I could for a long time, I want to pause here for a moment, because this does connect into animal magic that has arrived today. Just a short animal medicine, magic, healing that I wanted to offer. Has to do with the grace and navigating these waters that you might find yourself in, these emotional waters, and allowing yourself that grace. But I want to pause for a moment and just say that I am offering, since I was talking about the rose, Sacred Circle. It is a free live event. There will be a replay offered if you sign up for it. Discovering the divine masculine and feminine within. We'll talk about the balanced aspects as well as the imbalanced aspects of each, and we will talk about divine union with them. That's April 21st, so that's this Thursday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm really excited to meet you there if you feel the call. Also, April 29th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm offering another free live event, but it's a series, so there will be 4, and they'll all be different. And you are welcome to attend all of them. One of them, there will be replay available. It's called Guardians of the New Children series, and we will be discussing everything from dreams, psychic abilities, to sleep issues, food issues, anything that arises, if you're a guardian or you have a very sensitive child in your family, if you're a guardian of children in any form, if you have a very sensitive child, but this is for all children, all guardians, to understand how we can best help these children, best help them step into and stay up on their path and shine their light and their radiance that they've come here to do, right? So I'm excited about that as well. And it's a discussion. I'd love for you to bring your questions and have them answered. We will answer those questions. So, but let's go back now to the animal healing, the animal magic. So duck. And a lot of people might think, duck, that's such a common bird or a common, exactly, because we all navigate like duck is teaching us. We all navigate through those emotional waters. And duck's magic and healing is about emotional comfort, emotional protection. And, you know, duck treads the water, right? Swims through the water with ease and grace. It can fly as well. But it's a bird of water and air. So air being the direction of the east, the new creation, that young masculinity, that young lover, that young warrior, meaning drawing the boundaries and standing for what's truth and what feels right from the heart, right? And air, creativity, poetry, song, writing, new beginnings, the Fae called the sylphs, right? And so much more. I could go on again about that. But also, this is a bird of water, right? So water is of the west, so opposite of the east. So it's merging those two, the masculine and the feminine. And the feminine is energies of the west, and that's the watery element. It's the chalice, creation, the mother, and that's the mother to all, the mother within us, the mother of us, and the divine mother, right? The young mother. It can even be the maiden aspect of that as well. So we have these energies that we're navigating right now. And sometimes when air kicks up along the water, we can get tsunamis and all of those tidals rising within and what we see in the world. And right now it's raining today, which is really interesting where I am. And so that's initiation, cleansing, purification, and all of its forms. And that's what water also brings. So duck is a deep diver in the astral realms, traverses the astral realms, and the emotional realms within, the feminine energies, right? And reminds us to drink the waters of life, of creation, to nurture our emotional selves, our emotional body. Duck can help us find that balance between that masculine and feminine, that air and that water, to keep it calm waters, bringing those new inspirations, the new creativity, the new day with the sun rising, because the west also brings the sunset, right? So new beginnings from new endings. And I mean, every ending is new, right? Bringing a new beginning. And so remembering to drink lots of water. You're made of that water. You have that water in your life force energy. You need that water to allow yourself to nourish, right? So whatever water that is for you, bathing, showering, cleansing off, initiating, nourishing water, right? So duck can also help us navigate through our emotional depths with ease and grace. Again, we have the grace. So what's interesting is I drew 3 cards for you today. And the other card is this from the same deck, Nighttime Dreamtime. And this is about, even though it says your pets want to play with you in your dreams, right? Because this is a children's deck, but many adults buy it as well. I use it myself. When I pull this card from me, it makes me think of the playful elements of the animal kingdom and the magic that they bring, the healing they bring. So they're telling me, pay attention to the animals that you're seeing that are arriving today. What magic and healing and medicine are they bringing? What messages and guidance are they showing you? And so duck keeps arriving and coming up. And there are many types of ducks. They all are in the water air space elements except one, and that's the wood duck. The wood duck does not really navigate well in the water, but it does in the trees, and it digs out, either lives in a hollow log or it digs out a hole in the tree like a woodpecker would and lives in there. Now what's fascinating is this wood duck is not known well. People try to watch its habits and its habitat, but it's elusive. And so there's not much about it. And that teaches us what I feel and what I hear from it when I tune into it is the magic of shape-shifting, of shifting your environment, of shifting and cloaking, if you will, creating boundaries. So what you need to incubate and bring inside to hold until it's ready and mature, because the little ducklings stay inside the tree until they're ready to leap out and fly. And the tree represents the tree of life to me, bridging the celestial heavens and the earth realms. So that's just a little bit about that. But it also makes me think about the being seen when you feel ready to be seen, and cloaking when you need that comfort, when you need that boundary. And what's interesting is I drew this card as well. Nettle. Nettle is a water plant as well. It grows by creeks and rivers, or by watery areas, marshes, and it's about nourishment, nourishing oneself with the smallest nutrients, the micronutrients. And we can nourish ourselves again with that water element, with the micronutrients of our life. If you just find the smallest joy in something and you allow your heart to beat to that joy as you think of it, tuning into that joy, you begin then pulsing that joy out to the world. Down into the earth, you pulse it. Up to the celestial realms, you pulse it. All around you, and then you have this pulsing vibration of this joy, right? But also making sure at this time, if you need boundaries, healthy boundaries, because nettle is very nourishing. It's also known as stinging nettle. It's very nourishing, right? And it's very nourishing to have healthy boundaries. Then you create those healthy boundaries, okay? So I'm going to leave you with that to think about. I'd love to hear your comments, your thoughts, your feelings. What have you been dreaming about? Nettle is also a dreaming herb to me because of the moonlight that shines upon it, and how it really kind of does this shimmering quality in the moonlight. I've seen it in Ireland in the moonlight around. It protects, it's a protector, right? That stinging nettle protects the land, the sacred spaces, and we're sacred as well. All we see is sacred, but it really protects. So it makes me think of that illumination at night with the moon and the navigating of that, which makes me think of dream time. So think about what your dreams have been. If you want to share your dreams, I'd like to talk about dreams next week, and I would be happy to help guide you in your understanding of your dreams. If you would want to share that, I will talk about that then. Okay. So Alice Heath and I are doing a course From Illusion to Love, and again, it is about navigating those depths and finding anything that needs to be healed within us, anything that needs to be alchemized, so we're able to fully blossom, going back to those beautiful roses, right? Blossoming, nourishment, grace, bringing in and embodying your highest soul, your highest timeline, your true radiance, yourself, right? So many blessings to you. I send you so many blessings of love and joy and deep diving and arising from those waters, feeling nourished. If you would like to contact me, you can direct message me. I invite you to do so, as well as email me at awakening@melissavirtue.com. Many blessings.